Now, round 2, okay? I'm going to talk about my second time I was sexually assaulted as a child. And trust me, most men out there would never, ever, ever speak upon a subject like this. Trust me, it's ego. It's what, like, keeps a man is how dare that ever fucking happen to a man, right? And that's exactly why I hid all my emotions behind my muscles. I wanted to be fucking scary because I didn't want to be hurt anymore. But deep down, I was hurt the entire fucking time because I wasn't able to handle my emotions properly. And it costed me being unfaithful in multiple relationships, right? And not knowing how to have a compassionate and loving relationship, intimate-wise, because I had so much trauma that was around sex, right? And the second time I was sexually assaulted was a year after the first time, all right? You guys heard the story in my first video. Second one, here it is, all right? I go over to one of my boys' house who I used to buy weed from all the fucking time, right? Because that's what I did. I smoked weed back then. That's how I coped with shit, okay? And I got into other shit later. But then, back this time, I was just smoking a lot of weed. And this was my dealer. I went over there, and he just randomly was like, hey, bro, you want to fuck Elizabeth? Go over there. She owes me a favor, so you need to go over there, right? I didn't have a fucking choice. So I was just like, all right, like, I didn't know any better. I was a fucking kid, you know what I mean? And so I went over there. She lived across the street from him, right? And she owed him a favor, so I walked up, I knocked on the door, she opens it. She already knew what was up. She let me in, right? She had a kid in there who was like 3 or 4 years old. And he was autistic. He was on the spectrum too, which fucking hurts me more. Both of my kids are, right? And moving forward, so she told him to go in the other room. He like closed the door and locked himself in there. And then she just like pulls me in there and just pretty much just lets me have my way. And I'm a fucking kid. I don't know what I'm doing, right? So like I'm confused, but I just kind of just do what I think is right? Fucking get the deed done and go about my day, and I go back over to my boy's house, right? And it's just like that. That's how it went. It was just fucking like no connection, no nothing, right? And it was just transactional based, and that's how I fucking looked at it the entire time, all right? And moving on further into my life, right? I didn't never think anything of it, right? But as I started to get older, I started to realize, like, dude, like I have this like trigger around sex and trigger around like, you know, intimate relationships, and like I just never felt like it was right, and it always looked at such a nasty, like dirty, like negative thing to me, right? And it was all because I just wasn't able to handle my shit, and I never learned properly how to do so, right? So fast forward, I'm in the Marine Corps, right? And I'm in one marriage, and fucking I fucked that all up, right? I have 2 kids with the girl, but fucking I fucked that all up, right? And then I go straight into another one, and I fucked that all up too, right? Well, not all me, but at the end of the day, like, you know, it takes 2 to tango. And at the end of the day, in both scenarios, I was never the man that I really needed to be, because I just never dealt with the shit that I needed to deal with, right? And I know it's hard for men to get out here and talk about this kind of shit. So I have decided to be the fucking change. Like, I guarantee you, I will say everything. I don't fucking care anymore, all right? I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I don't care what, ever. You know what I mean? I'm going to get out here and share everything about this because I need to be the change. I need men to know that the real truth is 1 in 6 men have been through something like this before, okay? And it doesn't get talked about enough. And in order to be the change, we have to start by being the difference, all right? And I choose to be the difference. And you know what? It feels good to get on here and share all this kind of stuff, right? I got lots more in the archive that I'm going to be getting out. I'm going to be sharing it all with you, okay? It doesn't matter. Like, I need you guys to understand that healing requires feelings, and you must be willing to feel what you got going on in your life, all right? And if you're hiding behind everything, right, whether it's the gym, fitness, and, you know, like, obviously it's a great release, right? But you cannot use that as a way to hide from your true feelings and your true authentic self, like I did for so many years. And I hurt so many people that didn't deserve to be hurt because of it, okay? So now is the time to change. I love every single one of you out there, and let's be the difference starting now.